I don't think that people who eat a higher protein diet, who show up with, especially like morning higher blood glucose numbers, is problematic at all. To me, what it means is that your glucagon mechanism is working. And what's happening is that higher protein that you're taking in is releasing glucagon, which is telling your liver to dump stored glycogen. And I think that that's what you want to be happening. And so usually what will happen for these people is they'll say, I keep waking up with a level of 130 or 140, but by the time I eat my first meal of the day and then throughout the day, my sugar levels are down in the between 1 and 110. So what is the problem? Like, how dangerous is this? And I'm thinking it's not dangerous at all. It just means that your hormones are working for you, and especially glucagon is doing a good job. So I see it as not problematic. Do you see the benefit of having low fasting insulin as being more important than what on an hourly basis your blood glucose is doing?
One of the things we know is that our morning fasting insulin is variable. So you can check it one day, it might be 7, one day it might be 3, and one day it might be 12. And so it's not, because when I talked to Jason Fung about that years ago when he was doing a lot of fasting, I said, how often do you measure fasting insulin? Because we were all excited about that. And he says, I'm finding it to be very unreliable. It's a very labile metric. And so if you measure it if there's quite a bit of day-to-day variability, you don't know. And obviously our blood glucose changes every friggin' 15 minutes. And so maybe it is about just maintaining lean mass and function and all those things. And these other things are just kind of mentally exhausting to worry about. I think it's important, like when somebody's, I get a lot of diabetics, and I talk, obviously, hey, monitor these things, get a finger stick or CGM or something, and know what your body's doing at certain times. And I think you can say, exercise is generally going to be a good thing, and whether it makes your blood glucose go up or down, and that depends upon the intensity of the exercise largely. High intense sprinting, lifting weights is going to go up, and low steady stuff is going to go down typically. So know what's going on with your body and know why it's occurring, rather than that it's occurring and saying it's always bad. And again, like I said, if I'm going to eat more protein, I'm going to probably wake up with a higher fasting blood glucose, particularly if I eat it later in the day.
I would say across the board, still, I would say yes, but I would say any woman beyond the age of probably 42, I think it's absolutely imperative. I think that some of their biggest risk factors because of the declining of the progesterone, the estrogen, and testosterone are going to be things like osteopenia. Certainly, they're going to be losing muscle mass, and that's going to drop metabolic rate. That's going to make it harder to stay lean. And that also is going to have a direct effect on the nervous system. So I think that that's my go-to with any woman who above the age of 42 is, you can do what you want with cardio, but what you really need to be doing is strength training. You need to be making yourself as strong as you possibly can. And that seems to balance out so many things and remove a lot of risk factors for sure.